Hey everybody, it's Kristen. So I'm doing a little series on sleep. As you all know, a lot of type A's need a lot of sleep. Many of them are morning people, not me. I'm a night owl and I struggle with this, and I would love to be a morning person, but I'm not. So I'm always looking for ways to try to change over to a morning person. So far I haven't been successful. But it's really important that we get a lot of sleep. And I did a series yesterday or the day before about how much sleep we need. I'm definitely not getting enough. I should get a couple more hours than I'm getting, and a lot of my sleep is interrupted. Granted, I have little kids and a little baby who's nursing, and that's part of the issue, and that will get better in time. But in the meantime, it's always good to look into ways to try to improve the sleep that we're getting. And sleep aids like medications sometimes I don't personally recommend them. People can become very dependent on them, and a lot of them have some side effects that really aren't so good. Sometimes it can make us oversleepy and over drowsy, and then we have a rebound effect the next day where we just have trouble waking up, or we can't wake up when we need to. With my lifestyle and a lot of other medical professionals, we have to be able to wake up at the drop of a hat and take care of patients. And so it's important that we don't take sleep aids. So it's good for us to look into natural remedies. And I'll list off a couple here, and then I'll have a little bit more of a complete write-up in my blog, which will be posted later on. But one of the things I found interesting was cherry juice, and that's something I haven't tried, but I learned through some of my research. Now, when you're talking about sleep, just to be layman's terms, you need to have a proper regulation of tryptophan and melatonin in your system. And so if you can find things that can increase these, you can help improve your sleep. And cherry juice actually has tryptophan, which I didn't know. I mean, we all know turkey does, and that's why you always want to take a nap after you eat Thanksgiving dinner. But cherry juice does. And so if you're looking for a natural remedy to help fall asleep and stay asleep, that's one you should try. So I'm actually going to try that soon, so I'll let you know how that goes. The other thing is to, improve your environment. So that would be make the room darker. When the room is darker, it does affect your serotonin levels. So you want to keep the room dark and try to sleep, at nighttime when it gets dark, and wake up when it gets light. So that would be more being a morning person. So I need to improve that as far as timeliness goes of my sleep. Another natural remedy, which I absolutely love, is acupuncture. It's something I definitely believe in. I've had help with acupuncture before in the past, and I love getting it. And it definitely can help you if you have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep. So you can visit your acupuncturist. It can be some costly depending on, the prices. So some people don't go for that as the first line. But if you're trying other cheaper versions of therapies that are not working, then I would definitely go to that next. The other thing is to establish a schedule, like a bedtime ritual, like take a bath, drink a cup of horn tea, things like that. Do the same thing every night. For me and a lot of other type A's and a lot of medical professionals, that doesn't work because we really don't have a schedule or a routine that we can kind of do every single day, because many of us work nights and days and we flip-flop our schedules all over the place. So having some type of a routine doesn't work because we might be napping during the day, we might be sleeping at night, and each week it's different. So that's part of our problem as well. The other thing would be take a nice warm bath. That goes along with drinking the warm tea. Cherries, as I said in the beginning, cherry juice, but if you're looking to increase the melatonin, you can also eat cherries as a fruit snack. I have to eat 3 fruits a day, and I actually love cherries. I usually obviously only eat them in season, but when they are in season, we get them and we love them. So that's something that can help you. Exercise. Some people will sleep better after they exercise. I actually like to exercise at night. I don't think it super energizes me and gives me any trouble falling asleep, so it's probably really good for me. But if you're not getting enough exercise, implementing exercise in your daily routine can also help you. Chamomile tea is another one, and lavender. Some people like the scent or the aromatherapy of chamomile and lavender can really help people calm down. And I would probably use that in conjunction with some type of meditation. Because meditation is also another way to just turn your mind off. Many of us can't fall asleep because we're just racing, especially if you're a type A, you're always thinking about something, you're always creating your list. And so we really need to turn that part off in our brains, and we can do that with meditation. And it sounds sort of hocus pocus kind of like, but if you've never tried meditation, you should really try it. There are actually some really neat apps out there, which I probably should write a review on soon and do a few of them and write something about them. But meditation's really neat. It's just a great way for us who are always have our minds racing to just take a couple minutes out for ourselves, to, you know, be thankful for the day and what we have, to not think about tomorrow and just live in the moment and take a deep breath. And a lot of times you'll find yourself falling asleep. You can do that to some white noise. I love white noise. That's another way you can help yourself fall asleep and stay asleep. I use it for the kids, and I often wonder why I don't have one in my own room, because I often fall asleep in there with them when their white noise machines are going. Disclaimer though, be careful with those, because sometimes white noise machines are associated with hearing issues in children if you have them up too loud. So you don't want to have certain white noise machines go on really, really loud for the kids, because it can impact them long term. So you want to keep it at a really low volume, just have something in there so that it drowns out all the other sounds within the house to keep them asleep or to keep you asleep. And there's also some other things that I have not tried, which I'm actually really curious about. I'm reading a lot about lemon balm. I would think lemon might energize you, but there is some research showing that it helps with depression. So if depression is your reason for insomnia, trying lemon balm may help. And there's the white noise. Some people like a glass of warm milk. I don't know if that would help me personally. I don't really like to eat right before I go to bed, but there is research that show a carb meal or a warm glass of milk that can help raise those levels that you need raised in order to help fall asleep. And basically, you know, my personal experience is I don't have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. I just have trouble getting into bed. I have too many things to do. I have a list to do, and I have to get all those things finished before I let myself rest. And sometimes I just have to let things go to the next day. And that's part of being a type A, and just always, you know, needing to check off that list and get everything done for the next day before I go to sleep. So I'll work on trying to get that, you know, 7 to 9 hours every night. Maybe if I can just do it once or twice this week and move forward on that, then I'll try the next week to try to do it 2 or 3 times and gradually improve my sleep. But hopefully, maybe some of you will like to try these remedies, and if you do, please let me know if one of them worked for you, because I would love to share it with everybody else. In the meantime, I'm definitely going to try the cherry juice idea, and I absolutely love white noise and aromatherapy, so and meditation. Those are my remedies, and if those aren't working for me, I would definitely go to acupuncture next. So thank you so much to those of you who tuned in live, and for those of you watching the replay. Hopefully I've given you something to think about and sleep about. Have a great night.